Hello there, Andrew here. I love anime, but I have no patience. So I'm giving every new show of the summer 2017 season one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today I will be watching Angel's 3Piece. Like a suit? Oh, well, looking at the poster, probably a 3-piece band. Alright. We've got, what's that? Rhythm, bass, and drums? Yep. Okay. Angel's 3-piece. Okay. There we go. A shut-in ever since he had a traumatic experience, Nukui Hibiki's biggest hobby has been using vocalization software to create and uploading songs online. Oh god. Oh god, not Vocaloids. Oh, it's gonna be all Hatsune Miku up in here. I hate Hatsune Miku. She is like... While I appreciate the technology... I find it absolutely, Vocaloid technology, synthetic vocalists, I find that technology absolutely fascinating and very interesting from a tech standpoint. And I actually find Hatsune Miku's design cool. Vocaloids, Hatsune Miku being probably the most popular one, sound terrible and can't sing for crap. Listening to them is like driving a rusty, razor wire wrapped railroad spike right into my ear. Not a fan of listening to it. Oh, it's painful to me. Has been using vocalization software to create and uploading songs online. Okay. So, Nukui Hibiki's hobby is using vocalization software to create and uploading songs online. Great, fine. Alright, one day, he receives an email from some 5th grader girls, as happens out of the blue, asking to meet and discuss something with him. The 3 girls, who have grown up together almost like siblings, ask him to help them show their gratitude to the people who have taken care of them. The method they've devised, putting on a successful concert at a place full of memories. Okay, so 3 girls who grew up in foster home, orphanage, who the hell knows, but grew up together, want to repair the people who brought them up, repay the people who brought them up by getting a band together and giving a thank you concert. So they ask some dude who, as a hobby, uses vocalization software to create and upload songs to help them put on a successful concert at a place full of memories, which in the poster looks like a church if the stained glass window and angle of the wall to ceiling thing is any indication. It looks like a kind of a church organ thing too behind him, although I don't see any pipes. I might understand getting this dude's assistance to write music if he's creating his own original songs. I don't know how good he's going to be at arranging a concert, but alright, let's take a look at this poster. Oh, wow, I do not like that design. The character design and aesthetic. No, not a fan of that. You know, I've seen a couple anime that are about musicians, and they've all fallen flat for me. I remember saw one called, gosh, what is it, K-On! Or something like that, which is about a couple girls in school who get a band together, and it's not terrible. I didn't really care for it. It's weird. the lead character wants to play guitar but has never played guitar before, and so they need a guitar, so she has to crash course and learn guitar. And by like episode 4 or 5 or something like that, they go to like a band retreat, and she just overnight intuits guitar and becomes like a guitar virtuoso. And she's like, I'm like, bullshit. Bring in magical powers or something, but I'd be fine with. Like, if she makes a wish on a monkey's paw or something, I'd be like fine with that. But that's where the show really lost me. And it's not a bad show. There are some fun characters, but I'm like, she just, through the power of will, learns to play the guitar perfectly overnight. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. It just takes practice. Guitar is hard. This may be controversial to some musicians watching, but personally, I find guitar a lot harder to pick up than piano. To me, piano is one of the easier instruments, because if I point to middle C on a piano and I say push that key to make middle C, you could then push middle C, and as long as the piano's in tune, it will play a middle C tone every time without fail, as long as you push the right key. It's like impossible to push the key wrong. Just push it. I mean, unless you're trying to pull up on something. As long as you hit it down, unless you like push it down so soft that the hammer doesn't actually strike the string, you're going to make a sound, and it's going to be the right one. Again, as long as the piano's in tune. I could say, okay, hit this key. This is a C, hit this key. This is an E, hit this key. This is a G, hit this key. These 3 keys, press them all down at the same time, and even if your fingering is completely wrong, even if you hold down a C and an E and you get a friend to hold down G, and you go, okay, everybody at the same time, ha! You are going to play a major C chord. Every single time, without fail, it's easy. C chord. Just hit the 3 right keys at the same time. It works every time. It's easy. However, if I could show you exactly how to finger a C chord on a guitar, and it would be like, black. It's hard. I can't actually remember the fingering for a C chord, but you hold down. Wonder if I'm thinking of if it's tuned to the right key. Anyway, you have to hold down a couple different strings on the right frets, and it's really hard to get to hold them right and then strum the strings in a way that sounds good. It takes actual practice just to hold the strings and stuff correctly. Take let's see, a trumpet. I could tell you exactly what valves to hold down in order to play a C, right? And you'd go... You can't just hold down these valves and blow and make a C. No, it's hard. It takes a lot of practice. You have to really get a feel for it. Piano is easy. Hit that key and you make a C. Trumpet, guitar... most of the brass instruments, woodwind's not so bad, but oh man. Anyway, I got off on a horrible tangent. Oh, there was another one. It's got a weird name, Symphonium something or other. It's about a high school band, and it's okay, which is kind of interesting. I'm a musician. You'd think I'd enjoy more music anime, but. If you know any really good music anime, let me know, and I'll check it out. Anyway, on that terrible tangent, Angel's 3-Piece. Let's go. Nukui Hibiki's biggest hobby has been using vocalization software to create and uploading songs online. No. No, he does not appear to be using vocalization software to create and uploading songs online. He appears to be using recording and music editing software to create music, sans vocals, to upload online. He does not appear to be making vocals at all. Not that that really matters, and again, I'm just wondering about these show descriptions. Other than that, the show description pretty accurately sums up the first episode. We've got a kid who does not go to school, just stays home and writes music and uploads it to the internet. Where are his parents? Dunno. It's an anime character, so the parents are missing. Or they're in the other room and they just really don't care that Junior ain't going to school. He has a sister, too. We see her once at piano practice, and she walks home musing, "Piano is not fun. I wonder if the clicky music creation that my brother does is more fun." Are your parents jet-setting around the world? Did they get another job in America and leave you kids to fend for yourselves? How are you still a student? Maybe in America, I would think that if you just stop going to school, you're probably going to get expelled or something. I don't think you can just not go to school. I don't know. No idea how it works in Japan. Again, it's an anime. I don't know how common children living alone and parents being completely gone is in Japan, but you see it so often in anime. I assume it's more just a story crutch. It's just kind of like Disney. Most Disney characters, their parents die because we don't want to worry about them. It's like, oh, where are the parents? Oh, they died. That way we don't have to worry about them. So the questions I had for the show description are the same questions I have for the show. So this kid just makes music online, and he's contacted by these 3 girls who are raised in a orphanage that is also a church. Although we never see anybody in there. There doesn't seem to be any other orphans. There does not seem to be any other people in the church. Now maybe there's like a building off to the side or something. There doesn't seem to be any beds or anything. Once, what's his face, Hibiki goes to he's like, wow, this is a lovely place. I'd like to live here. What, are you going to sleep on a pew? There's nothing in here. It's a big empty building. Again, maybe there's supposed to be a building in the back or off to the side or something. Don't know. But these 3 girls contact him out of nowhere and want him to help them organize a concert. I have no earthly clue why they think he would be of any use in that regard. They have all the equipment they need. It's in a secret basement. I'm not kidding. There's this giant statue of Saint Jerry, and they have to push the statue aside to reveal a trap door behind which is a hidden staircase that goes down into a room where there's some vintage instruments and amps and other equipment down there. Why is there a secret room in the church with vintage equipment? Is it stolen? What? So they've got the equipment. I guess they just need... And they have a venue. They have a really large church with lots of seating. What do they need Hibiki for? What makes them think he would be good at bringing in people? I mean, he apparently is not even that popular online. He has like 100... I mean, he's about as popular online as I am. At best, he seems to be getting a couple hundred views per upload, and most of the views seem to be more interested in a friend of his who does the cover art. He scrolls through the comments, it's like, oh, this cover art's amazing, oh, I love whatever the face's illustrations. Now, if they were like, can you write music for us, that would make sense. But they seem to have just written, they're either covering something or they've written their own music. They're fine. They are also, for 10-year-olds, extraordinarily good. Which is fine. I have seen some prodigy musicians that young. So, hey, good on them. But the premise of the show, at least in the first episode, just makes no sense. Just hang up flyers around the neighborhood. I don't know what you guys want with this random dude on the internet whose music uploads you seem to like. I mean, it's not like he's this really, he at least doesn't seem that he's this extraordinarily popular name that you could leech off of to, well, that's probably not the appropriate word, but utilize his known name as, oh, this guy's organizing well, we need to, no one knows who he is. I mean, it's not a bad show, it's fine, just doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Well, one thing I will say, I was thinking to myself, there's not a whole hell of a lot to say here, but I will say, the gal on the drums, you can see her lowered eyelids. Looking at her the first time, I figured she'd be one of those emotionless, unfazable, boring people who doesn't react to anything and speaks in a dull monotone. And she kind of is, but she's not quite that archetype. She's just sleepy. Not necessarily narcoleptic. She just seems to, maybe she's a horrible insomniac or something, is just super tired all the time. And the other character's like, she stands there and she's like, like, don't fall asleep playing the drums. And she's like, I'll try. Fairly unique, I guess. I don't recall another character. I've seen plenty of the really just stoic, unfazed anime characters. I don't recall any of them being that way just because they're really, really tired. So, hey, there's a twist. Oh, also, anime creators, manga creators, other cartoon creators, comic books, video games, and stuff. I was going to say stop sexualizing 10-year-olds, but I think I will switch gears, clutch, and say something slightly different. Why are you sexualizing 10-year-olds? What exactly the point? What audience are you trying to reach? Am I missing something? Is it supposed to be funny? 'Cause it's not, to me anyway. I mean, I'm not offended. It's a drawing. I don't care, but I'm just genuinely curious why the director of this show, and it's not like it's unique to this show or anything, it's like, we've got a 10-year-old talking to a high school boy. Let's put the camera at her ankles behind her and angle up her dress. Yes. Yes. That is the shot composition that this scene calls for. Is it supposed to be funny? Again, I don't think so, but hey, I'm a stick in the mud. Maybe my sense of humor sucks. Is it supposed to be titillating? Golly, I hope not, because number one, it's a drawing. Number two, they're 10-year-olds. Ew. What else could it be? Is it supposed to be some commentary on the sexualization of super young characters in cartoons and anime? If that's your intention, you've completely failed. Because satire is hard. Don't get me wrong. I consider myself somewhat a comedian and a satirist too, and it's hard. Especially when something is already so absurd and so pervasive. It's really difficult. Let me rephrase that. There's a very fine line between satirizing something and just doing that thing. This, I don't know if that was actually the intent. I don't think it was, but you could make the argument, oh, well, they're putting the camera up the skirts of 10-year-olds to comment on the ridiculousness of sexualizing young characters in anime. No, that doesn't work because this is so common. Generalization. All anime does this. You're just another anime that does the same damn thing. You can't do the same thing that everyone else is doing and then say, satire! No, it doesn't work that way. You're just doing the same thing. Be better, if that indeed was your intention. The show ends on a the gal with the blue purple hair on the left. She walks up to the older high school boy, and she says, "If you do this for us, I'll let you touch it a little." And that's where the show ends. Now, I'm pretty sure she's talking about the instrument. She have the bass? She has the bass. This vintage bass guitar that she's holding. Well, it is a joke. At least I hope so. The punchline is not delivered in episode 1, but I'm guessing that episode 2 opens. Touch it? The guitar, jackass. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh. It's a terrible joke. It's stupid. It's not funny. But it is at least a joke with a setup and a punchline based on a misunderstanding. The construction works. It's just not funny to me. It's also kind of weird because, hey, as payment, I'll let you touch these vintage guitars just a little bit. Really? You call me out of the blue to help you, and your only reward is I get to touch it a little? I don't get to, like, hold it or play it or anything? It's kind of a rip-off reward, if you ask me. I mean, well, not a bad show. It's fine. I should be clear is that there's no underwear shots, and when I say that the camera's positioned, you can tell. Well, the woman or the girl on the far left has like an ankle-length dress. The gal on the far right has a very short skirt. But the shots, there's at least 2 of them, and both times they're wearing at least calf-length dresses. You're not seeing much more than the back of their knees. So it's not as perverted as a lot of other shows. But it's still weird. It's like, why are you putting the camera up a 10-year-old's dress? Why are you putting the camera up anyone's dress is really the question, but I don't know. Whatever. Hey, if you have any insight on the camera direction or the point behind the sexualization of 10-year-old characters, let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. I'm just wondering who the hell that's for. It's like, oh yeah, this audience, if we show the back of the knees of 10-year-old girls, more ratings? Really? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, another music-based anime that not really doing anything for me. It's fine. It's character and motivation-wise not making any sense as far as the first episode goes, but yeah, it's meh. So I've actually got a hankering to go play my own keyboard now, so at least I got some inspiration out of the show. I think I'll go play some like some John Carpenter themes. His stuff, John Carpenter, you know who John Carpenter is, come on, Halloween. His music is so much fun to play. He scored all his stuff with the synthesizers, which makes it really fun to play on a keyboard, because you can pretty much very accurately, except for percussion, play bass, or play the entire film scores to a lot of his films just with a single keyboard. And when I was younger and I lived with my mom, she had an upright piano, and what I would do is I would play the also the nice thing about a keyboard is I can change the tone to actually match the tones used in his synth scores. It's a little bit different playing like the theme from Halloween or something on an actual piano. It just sounds really different. But I remember playing stuff like that, and I would just kick the crap out of the piano baseboard to add the percussion. You know, I'd be da 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 da, and I'd be, you know, thump 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 thump. You know, there's a better bass sound. You know, I'd be kicking the baseboard of the piano. 5/4. You know, that's why. You ever notice that the Halloween theme is so... The theme to Halloween is such a great damn theme. And one of the things that makes it great is it's unworldly, it's off-putting in a way. You know why? One of the reasons is it's really weird-ass time signature. It's in a 5/4. It... 5/4. Most things are 4/4 or 3/4, some variation of. Very rarely do you have a 5/4 time like that. That's what makes it so interesting to the ear and so memorable, and also just kind of off. It makes you tense because it's weird. What else does that? The theme from Mission Impossible. That. Yeah, yeah, that's 5/4 also. That's why the Mission Impossible theme is so damn tense. Because it has that weird, funky time signature that you're like, this is weird somehow. It's tense, it's exciting. So I am getting off on a weird-ass tangent. This show makes me go off on weird tangents. What is this episode? Half an hour long because I keep talking about other things. What else did that recently? If I'm remembering correctly, the theme to Ant-Man has a really awkward time signature. I don't think it's 5/4. I think it's something really odd, like 7/4 or something really weird. I've only seen Ant-Man in the theater once, and I actually can't remember what the theme is. I just remember walking out of the theater humming that thing and going, that is the weirdest damn time signature. And I went home and I actually listened to the song again and counted it out. It's something weird like 7/4 or something like that. But that's... If you're a composer... try different time signatures sometime. I can't write music worth a damn. I can arrange it a little bit, but I can't... I don't create melodies very well, so... But if you're feeling adventurous, if you're feeling brave, try an uncommon time signature. Because it's something that most people won't really specifically latch onto. Like, 5/4, 7/4. But they'll feel it. There's just something about it that feels different, even to an untrained ear, that will just draw them to that kind of music. Much like everyone remembers the Halloween theme. Everyone remembers the theme to Mission Impossible, and that's I feel a big reason for it. And I hope I haven't bored you with the last several minutes of me talking about musical time signatures. Anyway, I'm gonna go play the keyboard for a bit. I'll see you next time. Bye.